Ask this question anywhere. A Facebook group, the gas station, the parking lot of the equipment dealer, and you will get a number back inside a minute. $40, $60, $1 a minute. Somebody will tell you what they charge in their town. Somebody else will tell you that is too cheap, and none of it will help you. None of it is about your mower, your route, or your day. The number you charge is not a matter of opinion. It falls out of three things: how long the lawn takes, what the stop costs you to reach, and what your business has to earn in an hour to survive. Two of those are arithmetic. Only the third is a judgment call. Start with the part that can be known exactly. A mower cutting a strip as wide as its deck at a steady speed covers a calculable amount of ground. There is no estimating involved. Deck width in inches divided by 12 is your swath in feet. Miles per hour times 5,280 is the distance you travel in an hour. Swath times that distance is square feet an hour. And square feet divided by 43,560 gives you acres an hour. All of that collapses to a single division because 43,560 divided by 440 is exactly 99. Acres in an hour equals deck inches times miles per hour divided by 99. That is not an industry estimate, and it is not a manufacturer's claim. It is a unit conversion. A 48-inch deck at 4 miles an hour gives you 1.94 acres an hour. In theory. In theory is doing real work in that sentence. You turn at the end of every pass. You overlap so you do not leave stripes. You go around the trampoline, the swing set, the flower bed, and the dog. So you multiply by a site efficiency factor. Exmark, who build commercial mowers, publish the same arithmetic from the other end. They use 99 for a theoretical 100% efficiency, and 124 for a realistic 80. Their own documentation notes that many manufacturers quote the 100% rating for sales purposes. Believe the 80. On a fenced suburban lawn with obstacles, believe rather less. 60 to 70% is more honest. At 65%, that 48-inch deck at 4 miles an hour is doing about 1.25 acres an hour, which makes a quarter-acre lawn roughly 12 minutes of mowing. Here is where most pricing goes wrong. 12 minutes of mowing is not 12 minutes of your day. You also trim, you edge, you blow the clippings off the walk, you load and unload, and the big one, you drive there. A stop that takes 12 minutes on the deck can easily take 35 minutes, windshield to windshield. Those are two completely different denominators, and mixing them up is how people end up working 60-hour weeks for wages. Revenue per billable hour is the price divided by the time you spend working on the property. Take-home per windshield hour is what is left after costs divided by the time between leaving the last stop and leaving this one. On a real residential route, those two numbers can sit a factor of 2 apart. In a worked example, a $45 stop returns $105.66 per billable hour and $50.62 per windshield hour. Same job, same price, same machine, and the gap is 52%. The first number is the one people quote each other. The second is the one that pays your mortgage. Once you separate those two, something uncomfortable becomes obvious. The distance between your stops is worth more to you than the price on any one of them. Take the same lawn, the same price, the same mower, and change only the drive between stops. At a 4-minute drive, a full field day returns about $450.87 of take-home. At 15 minutes, the identical work returns $292.37. You did not mow worse. You did not charge less. You spent the difference in the truck. This is why route density beats rate increases for most solo operators, and why saying you will take anything within 30 minutes is a decision that costs real money every week. Turning down a scattered job is not turning down work. It is turning down a job that pays a third less than it looks like it pays. The arithmetic gets you to time. Turning time into a price needs one number that is genuinely yours. What an hour of your working time has to earn. Work it from the year, not the day. Add up 12 months of overhead. Insurance, truck payment, maintenance, fuel, phone, blades, licenses, the lot. Recover it across the weeks you actually cut, which in most of the country is not 52. Add what you intend to pay yourself. Divide by the billable hours you can realistically sell in that season. That gives you an hourly rate, and the rate times the time is your price. Then set a minimum stop charge, because on a residential route, the minimum is what most stops really sell at. A tiny lawn does not take 0 minutes to service. You still drive there, unload, and set up. Below a certain size, the price stops being about the grass. One more line most people leave out of their pricing entirely: self-employment tax. It runs to roughly 14% of net profit, and nobody withholds it for you. If your price covers your costs and your wage but not your tax, you have quietly agreed to pay for the privilege of working. In that $45 stop, there is $32.96 of pre-tax profit, $4.66 of self-employment tax, and $28.31 of take-home. That $4.66 was never yours. It only looked like yours because it was sitting in your account. This is not tax advice, and your situation may differ. Talk to whoever prepares your return. But price as though the money is owed, because it is. None of this tells you whether a price will win the job. It tells you what a job has to earn for your business to work. Whether the customer says yes is a different question, and arithmetic has no opinion on it. A correct price you lose is better information than a wrong price you win. Losing a bid tells you something about your market. Winning one that does not cover your costs tells you nothing at all. And you find that out 18 months later, when the mower needs replacing and there is no money to do it. The full article, and a calculator that runs this arithmetic on your own deck, your own speed, and your own route, are at weaverbusinessacademy.com.